on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, back at you with all of my COD games. The show where we take a look, whatever deck we want to take a look at and have ourselves a good old time today, everybody. Very special day. We got ourselves two things that are very important about today. One, we're playing the Kuriboh Synchro deck, which is my own variation of Kuriboh, trying to use Kuriboh, the tokens, and a surprise tuner monster in order to do synchro plays. We have a nice toolbox of different synchro monsters, and we're going to be going into EDO Pro, showing it off, showing you how the deck works. But before we do that, I got a big old shout out to all you guys at home, because you did it. You helped the channel get to 500 subscribers. So we made the channel goal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are breathtaking. You're beautiful. You're beautiful people. Thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate you guys. So thanks for helping the channel get to 500. We still have the whole month of December though. So why don't we just keep going? Let's get to 510 by the end of the year. That would be amazing too. But for now, let's go ahead, get into today's episode. I'll go ahead and leave you the deck list now, and then we'll get right into the duels. So for our main deck today, we're playing 2 copies of Ally Mind, 3 copies of Performapal Barak Kuriboh, 3 Kaiser Force Raider, 1 each of Babylon, Kuriboh, Kuribeh, Kuriboh, Kuribi, and Kuriborn. We have 3 Kuribohs, 3 Performapal Classic Kuriboh, 3 Allure of Darkness. We have Instant Fusion, 1-for-1, 3 5-star Twilight, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 3 Summoner Art, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Flute of Summoning Kuriboh, Called by the Grave, 3 Multiply, 3 Impermanence. For extra deck, we have ourselves Link Kuriboh, Masquerena, Proxy Dragon, Saryuja Skull Dread, Avramax, number 54, Lionheart. We have Virtual World Beast Juju, Clearwing Synchro Dragon, Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, Ravenous Croaked Dragon Archithis, Treasurel the Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Virtual World QB Shen, Ultimate Zolkin, and Sea Monster of Theseus. As for the side deck, if you want to throw in some extra kind of tech to get rid of things, you got Super Poly as well as some tech choices for that. Any level 7, 8, or 9 Synchro will work in this deck depending on what you're up against. So experimentation is always welcome. Also other links if you feel like you're going into more multiplies than you normally would. And there's also Skill Chestnut Magician for searching out multiply, but it takes up your normal summon or just use the pendulum, so, that works too. You can also put in, I almost forgot to put this in, Pot of Prosperity. If you feel like you want less toolbox, more consistency, go ahead and throw in some Pot of Prosperity. But for now, let's go ahead and the good old EDO Pro. We'll show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good old time. Alright, here on our first opponent. Another day, another card game. With this deck, you can go for first or second, bleh. Really all it depends on for us is what sort of hand do we start with. This deck can hit very hard. It really just depends on what kind of hand you get into. And we appear to be up against a junk deck. A normal summon, okay. He's up to something. He's up to some sort of synchro shenanigans, I would say. Send to the graveyard, single material, target a tuner in the grave, summon a defense mode, can activate its effects per turn. Okay. So he's just trying to do some synchro shenanigans, although he has a tuner and a, well, he doesn't have a tuner at all. He has 2 monsters that are non-tuners. But okay, he made a mistake. Understandable. Okay, well, I can't hit my opponent super hard, but I can at least do the synchro. A little bit. Not all the synchro, but enough to show the point. So we're going to get Ally Mind with our Summoner's Art. This is what we want to do. We're going to activate our Flute that summons Kuriboh. Very good card. Just summons Kuriboh from the deck. Excellent if you happen to have an Ally Mind in hand, and you need to tribute summon it. Wacha! Like that. So we're going to go ahead and activate Un for Un. I'm going to go ahead and discard our Kuriboh to get another Kuriboh. Because I have multiplied. The whole idea of this deck, however you do it, get Ally Mind and Kuriboh and the multiply in your hand. That's the most important thing. Usually I like the 5-star Twilight thing. That lets me go for Saryuja. Just gets through my deck a little bit. But at the very least, I can do all this shenanigans. So here's what we're going to go ahead and do. Do I want to go for Shan and stop his grave? Or do I want to go for Archithis? I want to go for Archithis. Because this will allow me to draw 4 cards. 1 for each non-tuner. I get to draw a card thanks to Archithis. And he will become large. Oh wait, multiply. Gonna have to do it. Alright. We're gonna activate Monster Reborn to revive our Kuriboh. That way I can make Link play as well. See, my opponent, if he had made a better start, he probably would be having some big nasty thing on the board. Luckily for me, he made a very critical... I'm not sure what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to do the, you know, the combo with Synchrons where they go for the speeder guy. The speeder guy. I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to do, but he kind of messed himself up. But his loss is my game. So we're going to go ahead and make Avramax. Who's a very nice boy. Avramax is a mainstay of any Kuriboh deck, in my humble opinion. He provides a lot of protection and a lot of beatdown. So there we go. We got ourselves an Avramax and an Archithis. And Archithis, if you didn't know, I can discard 2 cards from my hand in order to pop a card of my opponent's. This is being a quick effect. And that's going to be good for interrupting this guy, stopping him from doing stuff. I believe, though... Yeah, I can't destroy that in battle once per turn, but I'm going to attack it anyway. I'm just going to attack it. There's no reason not to. There is no reason not to punch this thing in the face. I don't care if it lives. Alrighty, so you know what? Proof of concept. I know that guy messed up, but at the very least, I got to show off what the idea of this deck is. You know, this deck, I've worked on it. I've tried to make it as consistent as possible. It does still brick on occasion, which is sad but true. But it is what it is, and hey, I've got Avramax and an Archithis. It's not too shabby. Alright, so now we've got tuning. That's going to add your tuner. Call by the grave. On whom? I swear, if you banish my Kuriboh, you and I are not going to get along too well. Proxy Dragon, interesting. Why Proxy Dragon? I mean, banishing Masquerena wouldn't have stopped Avramax's protection. I'm just saying, that's not how that works. Alright, so he's got his tuner monster. Let's see, target level 2 or lower monster in the grave, summon that in defense mode. Its effects are negated. Yeah, I really don't want him to, keep stuff on the board. Not if I can help it. I mean, he can have back his converter, but that's still not a tuner. And he's already normal summoned, so I don't think he's going to be happy with that. Alrighty, so we should be pretty set. Next turn, I'll have another card in the hand. I can use Archithis to pop his stuff. What does this do again? Send Stardust from deck to the grave, or if you have Started Dragon or a Synchro monster, list Stardust, summon it instead. Banish this card from the grave. Target a Stardust you control, increase or decrease level. Alright. Uh-oh, this is, let's see. Tribute a monster, summon this card, banish leaves the field. Cannot special summon except for Synchros. Normal or special summon, add a card, list Stardust Drag. Okay. So he is going to be able to Synchro something. Can he go for the speeder, though? I don't remember if that requires specific tuner or not. I think it does, but I could be mistaken. I mean, either way... What is he going to do? Okay, so this is a Synchron tuner. Okay, so it is a Synchro, yeah. Alrighty, so my opponent has got the Junk Speeder combo. This is where the rubber meets the road, everybody. What does that trap card do? Face up, leaves the field, got a card, defender, activated card. Apply a defect, summon a monster, banish a monster Poke Controls. Okay, so if his Blazer Dragon leaves the board, he can banish Avramax, which would not be good for me. Alright, so he's got all these monsters. He's got quite the collection of tuner monsters. The question for me is, what will he go for? Can he make Blazar off of this? maybe, potentially, Stardust Dragony. I mean, that's certainly a Stardust Dragon, I'll tell you what. And then that Xiaolong gonna come back. Ooh, I should have blown that thing up a million years ago. Would that have mattered? No, it would not have mattered too much. But we'll see. Let's see, 8. So we can make a 10-star, a 9-star. Yeah. You can make a 9 or a 10. Or possibly an 11. I don't remember all the things he can make. We'll find out. Alright, so he's going to go for Ruddy Rose Dragon. Banish all cards from the grave used to decay. So it only hits the graveyard. Granted, all my Kuribohs are banished, and I am now officially pissed. But that doesn't actually hurt me, because he can only attack Avermax. And Avermax beats anything special summoned from the extra deck. Yeah, Ruddy Rose Dragon's a really nasty card if your opponent cares about their grave, which, as a Kuriboh player, I like my graveyard left alone. But unless you have Black Rose Dragon, this doesn't do much. So, my opponent will surrender. You know, he misplayed pretty hard first turn, but he did recover to a degree where he at least did something. So I'm going to call that good enough for the first duel. Let's go ahead for duel number 2. Try to start a little bit stronger, even though that was a good enough for a start. But I'd like to go just a little bit harder. So let's go ahead for duel 2 and see what we get. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And, you know, we did pretty good the first duel. Hopefully our opponent does a little bit more this time, but we'll see how it goes. Alrighty. You know, it's very backwards, but I can still do the combo. I would have preferred going first. And my opponent surrenders! Don't you hate it when that happens? You got the perfect start him up. I mean, I add my ally, use the summoning flute, tribute summon, go for 5-star Twilight to get the Kuriboh. I didn't even have to do that. I could have just gone for multiply off my second flute. Darn, that is unfortunate. Okay, let's go for an actual second duel. Alrighty, actual second opponent. Hopefully this time my opponent will let me play through the combo, which I sadly didn't draw into. Period Grey Map. Oh, I know exactly what this is. I know exactly what deck this is. I have seen this deck. Can I interrupt that? I can interrupt the other guy. I know exactly what deck this is. I have seen it before. Oh, you got Astral Kuriboh. So if I negate Astral Kuriboh, does that change it back to a level 1? Yes, it does. Ha 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 ha. You thought you were gonna hit me with that cook? Well, you're damn well wrong about it. Granted, I can't do anything at the moment, but I stopped you for a moment. Yeah, I know exactly what deck this is. This is that annoying, like, Gordon Ramsay chef monster maker deck. If you've never heard of it, it's a very trolly deck where you summon out Crooked Cook, and then you just sit on it until you summon Exodia. Luckily, I'm a little bit too smart for that sort of nonsense. But funnily enough, I was planning to actually draw my own variation of this deck, which is, you know, it's a very trolly deck. It's not like a super complicated thing. It's a fun deck for just messing with people's souls. Alrighty, and I could just go for Avermax in this case and just deal damage, but where's the fun in that? Spades. If I can get a multiply, I can have both Saryuja and Avermax. That does not help me much at all. Actually, yeah, I got an idea. Okay, so I still have my normal summon. I'm going to summon out Kuriboh, and I'm going to activate my instant fusion. This way I can get my other tuner, the Sea Monster of Theseus. An old popular tech choice that has fallen out of favor, but is still very useful. Yeah, level 5 or higher monster. That doesn't actually help me at all, does it? Should I just make Juju? 'Cause I just make Juju. 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 ' Because if I make this, that doesn't stop him. This doesn't stop. See, if he makes the cook, I'm dead, essentially. So what's your stats? Okay. We're gonna make Juju. And the reason we're making Juju is he can't be destroyed by battle or card effect while he has... You know, I got all these Kuribohs in my graveyard. So let's go ahead and do a battle. We'll get rid of the Astral Kuriboh. Sorry, brother, you're gonna have to die here. We'll attack with Saryuja to get rid of the right-hand Shark. Even though the right hand can bring himself back from the dead. It doesn't matter. That's gonna be game right there. Whew, thank you, Impermanence. If I didn't have Impermanence, I'd literally be dead right now. Because there's... Once he goes for Crooked Cook, there's nothing in my deck that can really deal with that. So, there's a win against the infamous Gordon Ramsay deck. So, yeah, there you go. I've once again managed to synchro. Not a big synchro this time, but at least I've got Juju. Which is a nice monster if you just don't get the multiply. So, let's go ahead for one more duel today. And then we'll call it a day. Because I think, you know, it's going pretty good. I think we got a chance of just going 3-0 and doing one more good synchro play here. Alrighty, third and final opponent of the evening. Will we get the ultimate combo one last time? I don't know about that. Sadly, we've bricked a little bit. I mean, the Imperm is nice if he tries to go for some long-winded combo or something, and he's playing Super Quantals. Summon a Super Quant from the hand. This card, you know, I'm gonna Imperm that. I don't remember where you Imperm the Super Quants, but I'm gonna give it a go and negate this guy. Give it a shot. Alright, white layer. Send Super Quant. And then this lets him discard a Super Quant, draw another card. Super Quantals, man. I mean, they only do like the one thing, but that one thing is like, make big old boy. Alright. I think I definitely might have Impermed a little early, but... Like I said, I don't play against Super Quantums enough to remember where I'm supposed to Imperm. Or even if Imperm works. Okay. Danger Nessie. Danger Nessie indeed. You know, I'm going to skip ahead until this guy's done. Because I feel like his turn's just going to go. And unless we draw into the right card, we're going to have a hard time with this one. Alrighty, my opponent is finished. I guess he didn't get everything he wanted. Luckily for me, all he's got is Masquerena. So it's not a big deal. So I activate the flute that summons Kuriboh. And summon Kuriboh. I don't know what you all were expecting. I summon the Furball in attack mode. And then I summon more Furballs. See, the problem is, if I do this, he'll probably he'll go into Nightmare Unicorn and hit my Masquerena. That would be the most logical thing that could happen, but we'll find out. You know, maybe, who knows, maybe he won't. No, oh, maybe. 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 Who knows? We'll find out in a minute. Aha, you foolish fool. You have walked right into my trap. Now I have Avramax. And now your City Nightmare Unicorn's gonna do you nothing any good. That or you're gonna make Underworld Goddess. But you don't apparently have that. So you got Nightmare Unicorn. I'm sorry, my token brother, but you're gonna have to go. It's unfortunate that we lose this token, because this token and me had some good times together. Alright, so then red layer goes off. It's always annoying how these all go off even though they're discarded. It's crazy. So summon this dude, and this card sent to the grave. Add a Super Quant Fairy Alphen from deck or grave to hand. Okay. That's the thing. Alright, so we'll get Baroque Kuriboh. Enter the battle phase. Do I want to do that? You know what? Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and use Baroque Kuriboh to get Kuriboh on. Just in case something bad happens and I need it. Do I think I'll need it? I don't think I'll need it, but you never know. So I'll go ahead and Avramax it up and deal some nice 3,000 bits of damage. And I still have my normal summon. So why not? Let's get Kuriboh in the graveyard. I could have also kept it in my hand in case Avramax did somehow die in battle. But I don't know if that's going to be happening anytime soon. So, now the question is, what can Super Quants do to get over Avramax? Alright, he's got the field spell. Discard a card, target Super Quant. Summon Super Quantum Mecha Dude. Send this card. Target 3 Super Quant Mega Basic Seeds. Blah, 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 blah. Summon Magnus. Okay. He's certainly attempting to get everything in the world that he wants. We'll see. We'll see. He's got another white layer. So red will summon a monster, and blue will target 3 Super Quants, shuffle the deck. Alright, so he's going to try and make something big. I'm going to skip ahead one more time this duel. Hopefully the last time this duel. I might have to skip every turn of his. I don't know. Super Quants go for a while. But I'm going to skip ahead until this guy's, like, either done or he goes into the battle phase. Whatever happens first. Alrighty, so battle phase is happening. He's attacking Avramax with Lustrix. I don't know why. Oh, he surrendered. He surrendered. He rage quit to Avramax. Understandable. Other than, can Magnus out Avramax? I don't remember if he can. He might be able to. But regardless, my opponent rage quit. Unfortunate, but it happened. So, let's go ahead and go for the end screen. Now, I think we've seen a good chunk of what this deck does. Alrighty, everybody at home. Kuriboh Synchro did manage to get 3 wins. Not the greatest duels, at least the second and the third. The first one was good because I was able to show off like what we're trying to do with this deck. It's one of those situations where we have a lot of different moving pieces. When they fit together right, it's beautiful. When it doesn't, it's a little iffy. But it's a nice, fun, casual, sort of different sort of Kuriboh deck. It's not just making links like Avramax and Burl Sword Dragon all day. It's just something different, and I like that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit like if you liked it. Sub if you haven't. Go right ahead. Thank you guys again. 500 subs. Very much appreciated. You guys are great. Thank you very much. So, your boy Memphis is heading out for now. I got Kuriboh review to keep working on because that still needs to be done. And your boy Memphis will be seeing you guys again very soon with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action. Till then, take care.